guys, welcome to today's video. Today I wanted to create a nice peachy springtime look. It has been raining all day today, but I am embracing spring as if it started. So this is the look that I came up with. When I wear peach, I like to just wear it all over the face, on my eyes, on my cheeks and on my lips. I find that that's how it flatters my skin the most. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, please keep watching and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and a subscribe. For primer today, I'm going to use my NYX Angel Veil Primer. I really like this, it's a nice affordable base. For foundation, I've been so into my EX1 Invisiwear foundation. It is just really good with oil control, it lasts pretty much the whole day. You don't really need to touch up too much. It doesn't get really oily. I pro with powder maybe once a day. Maybe twice if I'm wearing it for really a full day, but for the most part it just does the job and I don't have to worry too much about what my face looks like. I would say I have slightly oily skin, so this works at just controlling that. I'm going to move on to concealer. I think I'm going to use the NYX HD concealer. I really like this one. This is in the shade Porcelain, and I'm going to use this to highlight my face and just to get any redness around the nose. And then highlight. It's not too much lighter than my skin tone, but it will just bring some light to the centre of the face. I'm just going to put in a touch of the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer under the eyes, just because it's a bit fairer, just to really highlight under there. This is in shade number 1. And then I always get my setting powder ready for immediately setting once I've blended it out, so I can kind of minimise creasing. So this is just the Rimmel Match Perfection loose powder. I have been all about the cream highlight recently. I just love how it meshes into the skin and how natural it looks. So I'm going to use this. It's the Clinique Chubby Stick in Hefty Highlight, and I like to just take this on my finger and then just tap it onto my cheekbones, and I kind of keep it quite high up on the cheekbone. I find that it's really flattering and it doesn't look too much. Now that I'm done with the cream products, I can set the rest of my face. I just use Rimmel Stay Matte. I find that this works great for me and it's just so affordable, and this powder has lasted me for ages. To bronze up my skin, I'm going to use this. It's the Essence Mosiac Compact Powder in the shade Sunkissed Beauty. It does have a little bit of a shimmer in it, but I think it's perfect for that spring summer glow. So I just take this on a duo fibre brush, mix it all together and pop it on my cheeks to just bronze up the skin. You really don't pick up too much shimmer once it's on the skin, and it's a really great buildable colour, perfect for just transitioning back into the warmer weather. The one great thing about decluttering your makeup collection, which is a series I've started doing, is that you find all sorts of old hidden gems. It's just a sleek contouring and blush palette in the shade Light, and I'm just going to take this contour shade to cover up my cheekbones. I'm not going to do too much, just enough to just define things a little bit. I used to swear by this contour kit. I think it was one of the first ones I ever owned. I think this is one of those products which is just kind of foolproof. You can't really go wrong with it. It's a really great shade. It's not too grey toned, not too warm. Perfect for beginners with contouring, I would say. Another sleek product I found in my declutter, this is the blush in Life's a Peach. I always pull this out around springtime because it's just a gorgeous true peach shade. This top is reserved for spring as well. When I do peach, I do peach. So I'm just going to pop a bit of this onto the apples of my cheeks. I like just to pop a tad of powder highlight over the cream just to kind of set that and just amplify things. I'm not sure what it recorded, but I just popped a bit of the Shaaanxo BH Cosmetics palette. I just took the top middle shade and just put that on top of my cream highlight just to kind of amplify things. I feel like I don't talk about this enough considering I literally use it every time I wear eyeshadow. This is the Balm Put a Lid on It eyeshadow primer. This is really nice. It's definitely up there in terms of eyeshadow primers that I've used. I just take a really small amount there and just pat it into the eyelid. And then I just run my powder brush over the top to set it all down. I have been completely in love with the Tarte Tartelette palette in terms of matte eyeshadows, so I'm just going to use that. I find that this has everything I need, and I'm just going to take Force of Nature, which is the peachy shade, and put that through the crease. I really love this as well. It's the BH Cosmetics 101 eyeshadow brush. I really want to blow out this crease, so I'm kind of just blending fairly high up the eyelid and keeping it all at the top. Then I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller brush and the next shade along, which is Dreamer here, just a brown, darker brown, and kind of work that in directly below the peach shade. This is where I attempt to do a kind of cut crease. It's something I've been practicing recently. I've never really done it before. It's only been in the past month or so that I've been practicing. So I'm just going to take my L'Oreal True Match Concealer and a flat shader brush and just kind of carve out my lid. You really don't need much product for this. So you want the lid bit that is showing to be completely concealed, and then all of the blending on top just to stay there. I'm not going for perfection here, so I can always just blend if I need to. I think it went slightly better on this eye. I'm just going to take a pencil brush and then I think I'm going to go in with this shade down here, which is Power Player. It's a bit more of a cool toned brown, and kind of carve out the crease even more just with that brush to kind of fix any mistakes I've made and just be really precise. And then I'm going to go back to the peach shade and just blend it all together. For my lid shade, I'm actually going to use a highlighter. I think this would technically be called. It's the Collection Bronze Glow Mosaic Face Powder in the shade number 2 Radiant. I think this is a really similar shade to MAC All That Glitters. I like to use it as an eyeshadow and just kind of mix all the shades together on a shader brush and then just pack that onto the lid. And then I'm going to go back to my blending brush and just kind of blend anything else. I'm going to go in my usual liners. I've got the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Liner and the NYX Liquid Black Liner. I'm going to do this off camera because I seriously can't ever get it in focus because I get so close to the mirror. So I use the Stila to line my lash line and then the NYX for the flick. I'm going to highlight my brow bone and I'm just going to use Supermom, which is in a palette. And then I'm going to curl my lashes and just pop on some Clinique High Impact Mascara. I have had these for ages and not used them, so I'm going to use these. They're just the Ardell Demi Wispies. I've cut off the top there, so I'm going to pop these on. And I'm going to use my Ardell Brush On Lash Adhesive. This is latex free. The lashes are now on. I haven't used like branded lashes in a really long time. I get a lot of lashes just in sets from eBay and they were so nice to put on, so easy. I'm just going to tight line with this black Pop Beauty liner, and then for my lower lash line I'm going to take the peach shade on a pencil brush and just kind of smoke it out under my lower lash line. I stick to what I know with colouring the waterline. This is from Nicka. It's their dark brown eyeliner and I just put that in my lower waterline. And then I just use the same mascara as before for my lower lashes. You could add a mascara to the top lashes, but I think I'm going to just leave that as it is, just kind of keep it nice and soft. For my lips, I'm going to use the number 7 lip liner in Nude, and I'm going to fill in my whole lip with that. I'm going to go on top of that with the Velvet Lippy in Rumba from Absolute New York. I wore this in my last video and actually really liked it in my empties video, so I'm just going to pop that on top. I do find that it's slightly patchy because it's so pale, so I like to go underneath with a lip liner just to kind of counteract that. Final touches, just a bit of cream highlight on the inner corner and some Urban Decay setting spray. Okay, this is the final look. This is just my glowy peach spring tutorial. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it. I'm obsessed with these eyelashes. They are so like fluttery and pretty. That's it from me today, so I will see you in my next video. Bye!